Good afternoon, everybody. Absolutely delighted to be here. Wonderful to be spending some time with you. Great to see you all on this call. Who have we got here? We've got people from all around the world. Nico, good to see you. Leah Katz here. Magnus, good to see you. We've got a big old South African contingent, a great one out from the Far East. There are the Filipinos who arrived. That's wonderful to see you all. Excellent. So we've got a great call lined up today. It's one of these more focused ones that I do really enjoy doing, actually, and that's because today we're mainly going to be talking about Leo Coin and the upgrade to Ethereum. We have some great news about that, and delighted to talk about that some more later in the call. Hopefully, all of you already know that the Leo Coin has been on this journey of migration towards the Ethereum blockchain, which from a technical point of view means it'll be faster, better, more efficient. It'll work on more exchanges. It'll have access to hundreds, I think is the right number, of new wallets, and it'll just be much better and a brighter future for us all. But more to talk about that in a moment. We have some recognition to do. I believe we have a new director, Chen Zhaofei, from China, who's a charming chap and has built his business out of the Asia Pacific region, is doing business all over the world, I believe, as well. And so he has just went director last week. He's also someone who runs an e-commerce platform that sells all sorts of things, obviously to an Asia Pacific market, but it sells all sorts of different things from, you know, Tupperware to Tupperware to what did they say? Oh, here's the list. Tupperware to stationery to drinks to desks to furniture to all sorts of things. He's got this really big e-commerce platform that he operates out in the Far East, and they accept Leo Coin. And so sometimes when you see these videos and posts on this GAM, on Facebook, on various social media channels, it's of people who've bought anything from live chickens to furniture. It's often via Chen Zhaofei's platform. So delighted to have him in the business. He's a charming fellow and very happy with his success. Similarly, across the Leo business, there's been events going on. Now, Han-Dan, I think Andy and we were there, weren't we? Just last year for this epic tour of China, probably the biggest thing we've ever done. I mean, if you were on the 888 tour, it was like that, but a lot bigger and tougher. And so we went down the east coast of, my mistake, we're down the west coast of China, and stopped off at half a dozen cities or so, and I think we spoke to thousands and thousands of people. And one of the places we stopped was Han-Dan, which is sort of this old bastion of Leo. There's been members there, I think, probably since 2012, and they've built and they've gone through amazing days, and they've gone through challenging days, just like every single one of you has. And I think this is a picture of one of their member offices that they run themselves, and they're doing a Discover Leo. They're talking about the new ownership platform. I believe they're talking about the new LMS Extra and all of the opportunities there. So it's wonderful to see one of our old bastions of Leo going strong, talking to members, doing their weekly meetings, building, and obviously similarly in Heng Shui as well. And I've not been there, so I can't say so much about it, but a wonderful thing to see. Alongside that, Nico and Angel, no, not just yet, in Dubai, our Filipino team were intact and a force of nature. There's Eric and Lani there, who are winners of the Founders Award in Brazil, as you may remember for those of you who are there, and there's Wakas presenting it to them personally. They held some team meetings there, they held some discussions there, and from all accounts, it was an incredibly positive, incredibly powerful experience for them. And it was a fantastic thing for certainly Eric, Lani and the Philippine team there to do. And so very pleased for them and very proud of all of their achievements. As I was saying earlier, before the Dubai thing, Nico and Angel have been doing some great things in Germany as well. And they had people from all parts of Germany, from China, from Thailand, and there's Angel there, and there's Nico's back in the middle picture there. There's a front-on picture of Nico anywhere? No, there's not. Then they are building their business, talking to people. And Germany, again, is one of our older markets. And we've been very, very pleased that it's kind of rumbled on, kind of kept on going. There's some downlines, I think, from the UK that feed into Germany somewhere. And there's Angel and Nico, really the core of that team, building and building and building, as well as they know how to do. And it's always very, very impressive to see what they achieve in what is a fairly tough market, the German business. It's not an easy place to build because there's a lot of opportunities out there. There's a lot of different reasons why people in Germany might not want to participate. And so it's a tough old market. And Nico and Angel and the rest of the team there, who I have great admiration for, and I had a good opportunity to meet some of them in Parliament in January, have just been doing amazing, amazing things. So very well done to them as well. Now, we have a live seminar coming up in what is rapidly becoming one of my favorite places in the world, Johannesburg in South Africa. We are holding a live seminar there on Saturday, the 25th of May, so just a month and a half's time or so. And I'm assured by this slide and by our support team that tickets are on sale tomorrow. Now, we have the esteemed Andy Hansen in the office here today. And Andy, why don't you jump in and say a bit more about this live seminar we're holding?
Thank you very much for being here. And as always, good to be with you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so this event, and you'll see at the top, it says Africa Region Mega Live Seminar. And there's a reason for that. This is going to be the biggest event that Leo has ever done in its history. So you want to be part of history, so make sure that you support it with your team, and also that you use the live seminar in the right way, and that should be to bring along a prospect so they can experience firsthand one of the products of Leo, i.e. our live seminars. It's going to be an amazing day. So it's going to be in Johannesburg at one of the biggest conference centers that exists in the country, actually, and that's all been secured now. So tickets will go on sale tomorrow. You can redeem your live seminar ticket, or you can buy a ticket for £150. Now, tickets, when they're gone, they're gone. So please don't delay because you're hearing it's going to be the biggest thing we've ever done, and wait to the last minute because you will be disappointed. Make sure you bring your prospects. The smartest thing you can do as a leader is speak to all of your team, get all of them to come along, and why wouldn't they? They just redeem their live seminar ticket and redeem another ticket so they can bring along a prospect, someone that's been looking at Leo but hasn't quite made the right decision and joined us yet, because that will positively help them to make the right decision. You're going to get a lot of motivation, inspiration, education, plus Leo business updates from me here and the one and only Mr. Paul Southworth. So what a lineup for a live seminar. Normally we only have one, maybe two speakers, but for this one we're going to have three, and there's lots of surprises, and there's lots of prizes to be won. So get onto your team, make sure you join us Saturday 25th of May in Johannesburg for what will be Leo's biggest event ever to date. Back to me here.
Thanks very much, Andy. I am so excited about this live seminar. Leo's biggest event to date is what is our ambition for it, and what we expect it to be. And it really will be a life-changing experience. So whether you're in the Africa region or not, whether you're from a nearby country or not, whether it's a long old flight or not, I highly recommend you make the trip to Johannesburg. It's an easy place to get to. Planes fly to Johannesburg from all over the world. I strongly, strongly recommend you're there. It will be an event like no other. And wouldn't you want to look back in maybe a year or two's time and say, I was at Leo's biggest ever event? That is not nothing, that's for sure. So we kind of hurried through some of the recognition there and hurried through some of the events there, because I want to spend a bit of time talking about the next thing. Now, hopefully, most of you on this call have heard me talk about the blockchain before, talked about source codes and open source technology and distributed ledgers and all of that digital currency stuff. Because one of the things we all know is that if a coin is not on a public, checkable, open blockchain, then it doesn't exist. That's a fairly easy thing to say. Without an open blockchain that anyone in the world can look at, then the coin probably doesn't exist. In front of you, you have a screenshot of a website which scans for coins. And it scans for coins on the Ethereum blockchain. And on that, you can see that today, Leo Coin is now currently, this very second, on the Ethereum blockchain. That's right. LeoCoin 3.0, the upgrade, is live and working and tested and on its way. So it's there for anyone to see. You can go to the Etherscan website, which I believe is etherscan.io, and you just search for, well, you just type in Leo, and that up will appear the latest, newest, greatest, fastest, shiniest, quickest, all of the good things, LeoCoin blockchain for you to inspect, for you to review. Now that means that if you know what you're doing, if you understand how Ethereum wallets work, if you understand how to swap your coins and all the rest of it, you can do this right now. It works. It's been tested. And if you don't understand what you're doing, if you're panicked, if you're confused, if this is too much information, that's fine as well. You have plenty of time. Be calm, be patient, be still. It's all okay. So the token is now live. The coin is on the Ethereum blockchain. LeoCoin 3.0 is live for anyone in the world to see and anyone in the world to check. That's an amazing, amazing development and fantastic, fantastic news to be sharing on this webinar. The next phase is that you will receive over your emails. You will see on the LeoCoin website, you will start to see guides appear and information appear about what it is you need to do to go through this thing on the screen that you can see here, which is upgrading your coins to the Ethereum protocol. This essentially means you're going to send your old coins away and you're going to get new, better, faster Ethereum LeoCoin right back. Again, no rush, no hurry. The window on this is months long. You don't have to do anything today if you don't want to. Be calm and be still and be patient. It's all fine. So we'll be publishing guides. You'll be receiving them on your email. They'll be translated to multiple languages. There's a guide there advising you how to use the Atomic wallet if you want to use that particular wallet for to hold your LeoCoin 3. You can use any wallet you like as long as it's compatible and it works. But there's an example. There'll be guides coming out. The website is being updated, and the exchanges are starting their journey as well of migrating. So Livecoin, Top BTC, and I believe BitZ, though that might take a little bit longer, are moving over to the new LeoCoin Ethereum upgrade. On your back office, you will start to see over the next couple of weeks an option for you to accept the upgrade and to accept your switch into LeoCoin 3.0. You'll also, for those of you who withdraw your LeoCoin out of the back office, you'll also be asked to update your address over the next couple of weeks as well, so that your address will be a new wallet address that will hold Ethereum LeoCoins on it as well. But again, as I say, you've got plenty of time. There's no panic, there's no rush. We wanted to let you know that the new coin is live, that the new coin works, that it has a blockchain for anyone in the world to see, that you can check it, you can investigate it, you can see the source code, that Etherscan page will continue to be updated with more and more information as the upgrade continues to roll out. But thank you, Jeff. But there it is for anyone in the world to see. Because, as I've said so many times, LeoCoin, it's sort of a microcosm of our entire business. It's transparent, it's credible, it's there, it works. It does what it says on the tin, and anyone in the world can check to make sure it's real and it exists, and it's a genuine mechanism of exchange. Because I was talking about this in Brazil, I think, and I've said it a few times. Because of the way that we do business, because of the fact that LeoCoin is an open source, openly traded thing, there are only really two levers when it comes to its future price or its future in the market. Now, obviously, there's a technology side which will continue to upgrade and continue to improve, and you can always be assured that just like today, LeoCoin will always be at the forefront of blockchain technology and at the forefront of digital currency innovation. But in terms of things like price or the way that moves, there's only two levers, and they are supply and they are demand. And I've said this many, many times, so hopefully I'm speaking to a converted audience. It's true of almost every single thing in the world that when supply goes up and demand goes down, the price of it will fall. It's very, very simple. And the opposite, when supply goes down or demand goes up, then the price of it will rise. It's a very, very simple mechanism called supply and demand, and that's the only way that prices really change when it comes to virtually anything in the world. There's no guarantees, there's no magic button, there's no auto fix or auto grow thing that you can do. It's just the way it is supply versus demand. What's the equation? What's the balance? And that's all. That's what there is with LeoCoin as well. When LeoCoin supply is high and demand is low, guess what? The price goes down. When LeoCoin supply is down or if demand is rising, then guess what? The price goes up. That's just the way it is. Which brings me on very, very nicely to the LMS Extra product that we launched 4 days ago. Now, this product it's revolutionary, actually. It really represents a complete step change from where we were before. It costs £1,500. It comes with BP and RP of £1,000, just like the old LMS. It contains an old LMS, one of the older LMSs as part of the product. And it also contains £250 worth of ownership points. And I'll talk a little bit more about those later on in the call. But what the LMS Extra represents is a strategic shift on the part of Leo. What it represents is a change in the way that we treat this particular product and what that means for the future of our digital currency, what that means for the future of the Leo coin. Because with the LMS, we are making a different choice with what to do from the profit based on that product. With the LMS, we're making a different choice. The profit from that product will go to supporting the Leo coin on these external exchanges. The profit from that product will go to Top BTC, we'll go to Livecoin, we'll go to BitZ, we'll go to all of the other exchanges that we expect to join us now that we're on the Ethereum blockchain. And what that will mean is it will go to those exchanges and it will be used to buy Leo coin, which will lead to more trading, which will lead to more market support, which will lead to more market development. And if you remember what I said just a few moments ago, will obviously, I mean obviously self-evidently, lead to more demand. And demand is the thing. If you increase demand without increasing supply, if you increase demand and trading and volume and all the rest of it, then positive things should happen. Then things should start to go in the right way. Then we should start to develop the market in the way that we hope. Because I know, like I'm looking down this call, I know many people on this call. And I know your ambitions for the future of Leo coin. I know your ambitions for the future of this cryptocurrency. I know some promises and some expectations that may or may not have been created by you with your teams. I know all of those things. I know what's happened. I know how that works. And I also know that this LMS Extra product, this change in strategy from the company, supported by you in the field, pushing and developing your markets with this product, is what starts the journey towards meeting those ambitions, is what starts the first steps on that journey to getting to where you want to be with the future of your digital currency. So we're very, very excited about the LMS Extra, coming in the same week that we shift blockchains and get to a much better technology and a better, faster, shinier coin. We're very, very positive about the future of this digital currency, and we're very positive about the steps that we can make to support it and develop it and to get it growing in the way we want it to grow. So the second big chunk of things that are developing our business and pushing us forward right now is the ownership points. We're very, very pleased again with how these have been received. We're understanding a lot of excitement in the market there about them. I'm seeing lots of very, very good noise on Facebook and various other social media sites about them as well. For those who don't know, it's a very, very simple thing. This is the way that we simplify our business from all sorts of different projects, all sorts of different plans and things that are going on into one simple idea, into one simple thing that's very, very straightforward for you to explain. This is also the way of making sure that no matter who joins the business or when they join the business, they're always going to benefit from whatever Leo is working on whatever project, whether that's Leo Town or Leo Crowd or Leo Banking or any of the other projects that are going on. We can always make sure that all of our members are in a position to benefit from them. And that's kind of the power of the ownership points. Now, some of you will have questions, some of you have more issues of clarification. We're always happy to help. Do check your back office, there's some more information there. Or talk to a director in your team who is in Brazil. Any of your directors who are in Brazil, and I know that there are directors from almost every single country where Leo's actively working right now. Make sure you have a chat with them, because they've heard a lot about ownership points. They spent a full day talking about them while we're in Brazil. They heard about them again at the conference day, and they've heard about them on these calls for the last few weeks as well. So any of your directors really should know what they're talking about when it comes to ownership points. And if they don't, then yes, obviously do check the back office and see where else you can find information. But they really are a step change for our business. They really are the way of sharing the benefits of the Leo projects with all of our members, whether they're new, whether they're old, whether they've been here for a middling amount of time. So alongside that, as you hopefully all know, and certainly some of your markets know more than other, we are running a very, very generous incentive right now. It is an incentive of the like that we have very rarely seen. And for those of you who remember, the last time we ran an incentive that was even remotely this generous, it was over almost as soon as it had started. I think it had a couple of weeks on it, and then it was done. This is going in exactly the same direction. We are already discussing when to massively reduce the current ownership points incentive that we're running. So hopefully you know the details of it. It's very, very simple. When you hit the bronze rank, we'll reward you with £100. When you hit the silver rank, you'll get an award of £400, obviously, as well as the bronze rank that you already got. And when you hit the gold rank, you get a reward of £1,000, obviously, as well as the silver, as well as the bronze reward that you will have got on the way up. All in ownership points. This is an incredibly generous incentive. This is an incentive like very few others we have ever run. And as I say, we are already discussing when we are going to massively, massively reduce it, because it's not an incentive that we want to run for much longer, because it's incredibly generous, and it's designed to sort of give our markets after Brazil a kickstart, help people understand the new ownership points system, and really get them going. As well as all of that, we have doubled the reward for platinum as part of this incentive. So previously, the reward for platinum was at £250 value. Right now, it's running at £500. So if you have people who are at gold who haven't made that push to platinum, now's the time to do it. If you have new people in your business who you want to bring in, now's the time to do it. Don't delay. Don't miss out on what will certainly be our most generous incentive that I can imagine. Don't miss out on this opportunity. This ownership points thing will start to end, and it will start with a very, very significant reduction. So if you've got people who want to take advantage of it, get them into the business, get going with it today. Don't delay. There's another massive reason why you shouldn't delay, and that's because of the Maldives. Now, again, hopefully you know that the Global Annual Conference in 2020 will be in the Maldives. And I think I said this in, gosh, where was I? South Africa, again it was. But I think I also said it in Brazil, and I said it in a few other places as well. Those of you who are in Mauritius, those of you who are in Brazil, would have experienced an entire resort dedicated to Leo. Every bedroom, every restaurant, every member of staff, all there for Leo guests and members of the Leo family around the world. It was just us. You had to go to a different hotel, a different resort, a different town if you wanted to see anyone else. It was just a Leo resort for the Leo family. Now, obviously, in the Maldives, again, we've taken over an entire resort. That ain't no thing anymore. Every single room, every single bedroom, every single restaurant, every single member of staff, it will all be about Leo in the Maldives. But more than just the resort, more than just the rooms and the restaurants and the staff, in the Maldives, we've not just taken over an entire resort, we've taken over an entire island. The entire island will be a Leo island. If you want to see someone else, you've got to hop on a boat to get there. Every single person you see on the entire island will be there dedicated to this Leo event in 2020 in the Maldives. And let me tell you, it will be something like no other that you've ever experienced before. And it couldn't be simpler. So many of you know how to do this. So many of you have done this once or twice or 3 times before in your career with us. Recruit a new person before the end of July. Recruit a new person. Show them how to become an associate. Help them become an associate. And guess what? You're going to the Maldives. It's that simple. Bring a new person into the business and make them an associate before the end of July. And you've got the ownership points incentive. You've got the LMS extra driving growth. You've got everything you could possibly need to drive this business. So don't miss out and get there. Because, as you'd expect, people are already qualifying. And I think we have some early qualifiers there from the Asia Pacific region. That's what, 1, 2, 3, that's 8 people already from the qualifier from the region. There's Chen Xiaofei, who we recognized as just going director earlier on in the call, and a number of other people there from the Asia Pacific region. And so those rooms are starting to fill up. And it's not just the Asia Pacific region. We also have some early qualifiers from the rest of the world as well. There's Tembi, who I was lucky enough to spend some time with in Brazil. And I think I first met in Johannesburg. But congratulations, Tembi. You're going to the Maldives next year. And then Mohammed Ashfaq and Tariq Mahmood from the Dubai region. Again, congratulations. Delighted to see you as an early qualifier. Delighted to welcome you to the Maldives next year. In fact, Tariq is on this call. So again, my heartfelt congratulations, Tariq, for qualifying. Let's see if Mohammed Ashfaq, I don't think Tembi is, but Mohammed Ashfaq, are you on the call? I can't see you. No, he's not. Next time, perhaps. But yeah, many congratulations. People are already qualifying, which means that I know we've taken over all of the bedrooms, but they are starting to fill up now. So I think we have something like 200 and what is it, Jeff? 228. That's right. 228 bedrooms left in the Maldives. Now, there are more people than that on this call by a fair chunk. Every single person on this call may not be able to qualify for the Maldives. That would be a tragedy. As many of you should, though. You know what you have to do. Bring a new person to the business, turn them into an associate, and get yourself to the Maldives in 2020 for the Leo Island, for the island of Leo. That's a fun thing to set your goal for. That's a fun ambition to have. That's a fun thing to point your business towards in the next few weeks. I know you have until the end of July, but let me warn you, we closed the incentive for Mauritius early because it was fully qualified. And we closed the incentive for Brazil early because it was fully qualified. I think at the time Brazil was due to end at the end of October. We shut it sometime in early September. And the same sort of thing, it's been a couple of years, I can't remember the exact dates, but the same sort of thing happened in Mauritius as well. We do fill up on these events. They do get qualified fully. So there is absolutely no reason to delay. And I really don't want anyone who has their heart set on being in the Maldives to miss out on this event. It really is something worth doing. So that kind of brings me to the call to action, and hopefully it's fairly obvious. LeoCoin is now on the best blockchain in the world. LeoCoin now has some of the best technology behind it in the world, and you've got no reason to panic, no reason to fear. There's a couple of weeks ahead of us where we'll take you through step by step what you need to do to migrate. You'll see guides land in your inbox. You'll see guides on the website. You'll know very clearly what you need to do. But for your peace of mind, for your checks, for your credibility, for your transparency, the LeoCoin blockchain on Ethereum is live and ready for anyone in the world to see. What I really want you to do, though, is to take advantage of this ownership points incentive while it still lasts, to take advantage of it before we massively reduce the award level that it's out. At the same time, get yourself involved in the LMS Extra. Get that out to your teams. Get that out to your bronze members and above. This is the product that changes that narrative. This is the product that changes that story. And this is the product that that should, and I hope will push our ambitions forward in the right way. And while you're doing all of that with this incredibly generous incentive, with this incredibly generous product, while you're doing all of that, at the same time, get yourself to the Maldives, get yourself qualified. And if you want to be part of the biggest event that Leo has ever done in its 7-year history, sort yourself out with your live seminar tickets in your back office. The ticket system is live from tomorrow, and get yourself to Johannesburg for our biggest ever event. Thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. I'm looking down this call and I can see people who have built businesses all over the world. Now you've got this incentive. Now you've got these products. Now you've got these this thing with the Maldives. I can't wait to see what you build this week. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Build incredible, incredible businesses. Best of luck, and I'll talk to you again on Monday. This is Mihir Magudia from our Oxfordshire office, signing out. Thank you very much.